In a developing story, after a contentious meeting last night over the development of a big baseball park, the mayor of Jenks reached out to leaders in one neighborhood, wanting to meet in a private setting out in the public spotlight. Fox 23's Michelle White talked to the mayor today and shares his message.
Jenks Mayor Corey Box was not at last night's Planning Commission meeting, but this morning, several residents told me that a select group of them living around the site of the proposed project at 106th and Elm received this text message. "Good morning. This is Mayor Corey Box from Creek's Edge 2. I have an idea that I want to share to the HOA leaders and the various neighborhoods on top of this hill, 106th and Elgin. I would like to get a meeting scheduled prior to the end of April, as I am a bit busy traveling in May. I only sent this message to people whose phone numbers I know. Please forward this to your HOA leadership if you don't mind." At this point, we need to keep the audience limited to HOA leadership, only including those of you on this message thread. The meeting space or the potential meeting location is not mine, so we cannot fill the room, as was the case last night. Last night's meeting drew about 400 people and filled both the council's chambers and an overflow room, where the Planning Commission heard more than 2 hours of testimony before voting 4-3 to approve changing the land use for this property from parks and open spaces to local commercial, which upset many people in the room. I called the mayor to ask him about the text message he sent just hours after this meeting.
I know what message I sent out, and I sent that message out in my capacity as an HOA president. That's it.
But you announced yourself as Mayor Corey Box. You did not announce yourself.
There's a logical reason for it, because one person on that text thread may not know who I was, but is a leader in that community, that neighborhood. So I wanted to make sure that person knew.
He said it was a neighborhood discussion that did not require public notice. I asked him about the second part of the message, where he specifically referenced the crowd who came the night before to a public meeting on the planning process of a development project. But I saw the thread of who was included in that thread, and one of the people was the landowner of the property where the development project is proposed. Covering news that matters, Michelle White, Fox 23 News.
Covering news that matters in